Previously on Simselor, meeting the family proved to be more intense than anyone expected. Casey's visit crashed and burned when Rowen's mom learned he had already been intimate with Randy. Meanwhile, Randy charmed Rowen's mother and even spent the night, while Phoenix lightened the mood with laughter. But despite the smiles, Rowen was left carrying the heavy weight of guilt. At the rose ceremony, Rowen followed his heart, handing roses to Randy and Phoenix, leaving Casey furious and ready to explode. The beach erupted in chaos as secrets were revealed, harsh words flew, and trust was shattered. Now, with tensions at an all-time high, Rowen must face the fallout of his choices. Will he be able to repair what's been broken, or is it already too late? Unsure of what to do or how to fix the chaos around him, Rowen reached for the one person he knew could truly understand exactly what he was going through. A few hours later, Rowen found himself sitting across from Abigail, his hands nervously twisting together. "Abby, I really messed up," he admitted, his voice tight. "I never meant to lead any of these girls on. I was just trying to find love and, well, one thing led to another. Now I get a glimpse of what you went through. It's intense and I honestly don't know what to do." Abigail listened closely, her expression soft but serious, as Rowen poured out everything. His journey on the show, the tangled emotions, and the complicated feelings he now carried for both finalists. "You know, Rowen," Abigail said gently, her tone full of empathy, "the only thing you can do is follow your heart. And I get it. You probably don't want to hear that. But the truth is, you won't know the right choice until you're standing in that moment. What matters is that you stay true to yourself. You've always been authentic. Don't lose that now." "You're right, Abby. Thank you," Rowen said, his voice softer now. "I finally understand what you meant when you said you hoped we could stay friends. And now, I really hope we do. I'm grateful for today." After their heartfelt goodbye, Rowen pulled out his phone and ordered an Uber, his chest tight with nerves. It was time to head to the airport, time to begin his getaway with Phoenix. They soon arrived at a cozy, rustic cabin, both carrying a mix of nerves and unspoken tension. Yet beneath it all was a quiet resolve, to give this time together their best shot. As Rowen busied himself in the kitchen, Phoenix lingered by the fire, staring into the flickering flames. Should I really give him a second chance? Her feelings for him were undeniable, but so was the sting of betrayal. She knew this was part of the game, part of the messy reality they'd all signed up for, but that didn't make it hurt any less. What gnawed at her most wasn't what happened, but that he hadn't been honest. If he'd just told me, at least then I wouldn't be questioning everything. With resolve tightening in her chest, Phoenix pushed herself away from the fire and crossed the room to where Rowen stood. Her voice trembled, but her eyes stayed fixed on him. "Just tell me the truth, Rowen. Was any of it real? Did you even want me that way? Because right now, I don't know how to move forward if I can't believe you." Rowen met her gaze with a look of raw intensity, every word carrying the weight of his heart. "This show is madness, Phoenix. It makes me question everything, what I feel, what I know about myself. But there's one thing I don't doubt for a second, and that's how I feel about you." He paused, searching for the right words, his voice softening. "I won't lie. What I feel for Randy is real too, and it's strong. That's the impossible part of all this. But you and I, there's something undeniable here. Please, Phoenix, let's give this one more chance. Let's see where this connection can take us." Without a word, Phoenix closed the distance, pulling Rowen into her. One kiss blurred into another until the world around them disappeared. Later, they stumbled out of the steam-filled shower, wrapped in towels and breathless, having just shared one of the most passionate, all-consuming moments of their lives. A few days later, Randy sat alone at the villa, the quiet pressing in around her. She twisted her hands in her lap, deep in thought. Rowen would be back soon, and she knew she couldn't keep carrying the secret. She had to leave the show. There was no other choice. But before she did, she owed him the truth. No matter how much it scared her, he deserved to know. As soon as Rowen walked through the door, Randy sprang to her feet, urgency written across her face. "Rowen, we need to talk," she said, her voice steady but firm. "I can't do this anymore. I have to leave. I'm being pulled off the show, but I wanted you to hear it from me first. You deserve that much." Confusion flickered across Rowen's face as he stepped closer. "Randy, why are you being asked to leave? I don't accept this. What's going on? I can't continue this show without you. You mean too much to me. What happened?" "Well, Rowen, it's complicated," Randy began, her voice trembling slightly. I'm technically in breach of contract. The rules say we have to protect ourselves and, well, that didn't happen. She paused, taking a shaky breath, then finally blurted out, I'm pregnant. What? You're pregnant? With a baby? My baby? Rowen stammered, his hands flying to his face as his eyes widened. I can't believe this. I think I'm in shock. This is insane. How is this even real? His heart was racing, his chest heaving as the weight of her words crashed over him, leaving him almost trembling with a mix of disbelief, excitement, and panic. Well, Rowen, I don't want this to sway your choices. I'd feel guilty if it seemed like I forced you into anything. Production has asked me to leave. I'm no longer eligible to stand at that altar with you, even if the final rose had been for me. Rowen sat frozen, speechless, his mind racing. He listened as Randy tried to take the high road, offering him an out he wasn't sure he wanted or deserved. The room was thick with tension, every word weighing heavier than the last, and for a moment, neither of them moved, caught between reality and the impossible truth of what had just been revealed. Rowen's voice shook with a mixture of awe and urgency. Randy, I love you. There's no denying it. Please, just one last night with me so we can talk this through. We're having a baby. Saying that out loud, it's insane, but I don't care what production thinks. This is my life, and I need to face it with you. Later that night, Randy and Rowen lay together, wrapped in the quiet glow of their love, feeling the weight and wonder of everything that had just happened. In the soft aftermath of their emotional connection, Randy turned to him and whispered, What's next, Rowen? Rowen took a deep breath, his hand tracing hers. I know one thing for certain, Randy. You and this baby are going to be the center of my life. I want to continue this journey, bigger than anything this show could ever offer, with you by my side. Forget the roses, the ratings, none of that matters. I have you. I have a future with us, and I'm walking away from this show too. I choose you, Randy.